it's Kevin again.
Preet.
And we're here for our second video, which is all about our arrival in Paderborn. So the first question is, what was it like to travel from Illinois to Europe?
The first thing is that, as mentioned in the first video, I am a European citizen. So my first stop was back home, which is Austria. So I spent a month in Austria before coming here to Paderborn. So it wasn't a big transition for me, but still I had a really bad jet lag. With the time difference, like when everyone will be asleep in Austria, I will be awake, and when everyone was awake, I would be asleep. So that's the only thing I did not like. But
yeah, for me, because I traveled straight from Chicago O'Hare Airport to the airport in Dublin, and then from the airport in Dublin to the airport in Dusseldorf in Germany, I had a really long travel day. It was probably about 15 hours in total with the flight and the layovers included, plus a train at the end. And it was kind of nerve-wracking because that was the first time that I've traveled outside of the United States, and specifically the first time that I've traveled on my own. The first flight was okay because the girl that I sat next to actually was another traveling study abroad student, and she was going through the same thing that I was. So we were able to talk about our experience and what we were worried about. So it really kind of helped my nerves. And then the greatest thing was that while I was on this short shuttle bus from the airport in Dusseldorf in Germany to the actual drop-off airport where you can get your baggage, I sat next to this girl who was also going to Paderborn, and she lived there, and she helped me figure out the trains. She was so sweet and so helpful. Seriously, she was like an angel. She helped me figure out my luggage, where to get everything, and how to figure out the German train station, and I don't think that I would have made it here without her, if I'm being completely honest. It was so great and so wonderful, and I was really, really thankful for that situation. And how did you make it from the airport that you landed in Germany to the university?
That was my buddy, Marina. Before we go any further into this, make sure you get a buddy. Like the buddy system and everything, it makes it a ton easier with everything. She will have your keys ready for your apartment, or they will have all the papers done ready for you or something. They will help you through every step. So you want to have a buddy, because someone didn't get a buddy, like they didn't want a buddy because they were like, oh, I can do it on my own. They faced a lot of problems. Like they struggled a lot, and at the end they were like, can I have a buddy? And I think he did get a buddy in the end. But my buddy helped me a lot from the airport. She picked me up, and she had the keys ready, and then she dropped me off at the dorm, and then she went to pick you up.
Yeah, it's a little more of an explanation. When you sign up and when you're accepted into the Paderborn University, you get the choice as an international student to be paired with a German student that's part of their group of Eurobiz. And so you get paired with a native of Paderborn, and they help you with everything. So from picking you up at the airport or picking you up at the train station to bringing you to your dorm, bringing you to your apartment, whatever. And then they're going to help you pay your rent. They're going to help you do basically everything that you need. Set up a bank account, help you with filing for your visa, really everything. So you definitely need that person, and they're so helpful, and it's so great because they do this on a volunteer basis, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate all of their help they do to help us, because you have to think like 200 plus foreign exchange students, and they just do it for free, and like they volunteer stuff, and that it's really nice, and I really appreciated it. Yeah.
So after I got done at the airport, and that girl helped me with all of the trains, then I arrived in the Paderborn train station, and my buddy Marina helped pick me up specifically, and then she brought me to my dorm, and then I met with Preet and we kind of went grocery shopping and that sort of thing. So it was very much a long day. Overall, I was awake for probably 32 hours. It was really bad, but I could not have done it without the help that I was given. I was really, really thankful for that. So what was your first impression of Paderborn?
It's small. Like, since I stayed in Vienna first and then came here, I was like, oh, it's smaller, but it's clean. The roads are super different than the ones in the in the States. My English is going bad. I'm sorry, but it was nice. It was clean, small. I liked it. Comfortable. Everything is in walking distance, so I liked it.
My first impression of Paderborn, because I was helped by so many people, I was just in awe that, like, oh, I'm in a foreign country and people are so willing to help me. This is great. And it's just so green. The day that I showed up, it was actually kind of sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's a lot of greenery here and it's beautiful. And even when I was riding the train coming into Paderborn, we passed cornfields and we passed farms and stuff. I'm like, wait, are we in the Midwest or in Germany? I can't tell. Literally, the landscape looked exactly the same. The temperature is a little different, but the landscape was so similar. It was really, really interesting. But after your impression of Paderborn, what surprised you about Paderborn?
The people, like how nice they are. I didn't think there was anything that surprised me. Should there be something? What? You answer the question and maybe I'll...
Well, we were talking about the office hours. Here in Germany, the bureaucracy and the sort of like office stuff is really difficult to get used to because they will have office hours 2 days a week for like 15 minutes and that's it. They'll refuse to see you outside of those times, and if you can't make it during those times, you're screwed. So you really have to plan around their schedule, and you can't just walk up and knock on somebody's door and say, can you help me? You have to ask when they're willing to be asked. So that's kind of difficult to get around, but it's manageable.
And one thing that's actually not surprising to me, but nothing's open on Sundays. Like, everything's closed Sundays, so you want to make sure to get your groceries and everything done on Saturday. Only restaurants are open on Sunday, but mostly everything is closed.
Yeah, so if you don't have a lot of money and you forgot to go grocery shopping on Saturday, you're probably going to be eating like a piece of bread and that's it. You want to make sure that you get your grocery shopping done before Sunday.
Also the fund, whatever with the bottles.
Oh, yeah. So also, when you buy... Wait, are you talking about the water bottle?
Yeah, the bottles. Like, you can get money back.
Oh, okay. So here in Germany, they really, really highly suggest that people recycle, and it's a huge cultural thing for them that you recycle all of your plasticware and all of your bottles and stuff like that. So if you get a water bottle or if you get, a bottle of soda or something, you need to keep the bottle, and then you can return those bottles in the grocery store, and you get a ticket, and you get some of the money back from that water bottle or whatever. You might get 25 cents per bottle. So that's great. If you have like a ton of water bottles left over in your room, then all of a sudden you have like 2 or 3 euros that you can go and buy more.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
not only on water bottles, it's on like Pepsi, Cola, all on those. You just need to find the little thing, like it's a little sticker, and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's really cool because it's a great incentive for you to recycle because you're getting stuff back from it. Whereas in the States, you just kind of throw it in your blue bin and, some people aren't even incentivized to do that. So it's really kind of interesting. What do you think the difference between Paderborn and Normal are? Like, what are the biggest differences between, like, ISU and Paderborn University?
One, ISU is bigger, of course. it has, you know, the quad and everything, and you can chill there if you don't have any class and everything. But here it's smaller, the campus is smaller. Also, one thing is you don't need your car. You don't need a car here. Basically, you'll be fine with a bike if you want to spend that money, but I don't even think you need to spend money on a bike. You can just take the bus. Like, the bus system is really great here. And anything else?
For me, I love the fact that the university is all connected, so you don't have to go outside to get to certain other buildings, and I'm really sure that's going to help a lot during the winter. It really sucks in ISU when you have to walk from building to building and you have to bundle up and everything. But it's about the same size student-wise as ISU, so it's got, you know, 25,000. Yeah, whatever. So, if I can speak. So, 25,000 people. And it's pretty nice, yeah. I've been impressed with it so far.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, that's all we have for you this time.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned and you can watch another one of our great, wonderful videos. Thank you for watching.